Good morning to all the viewers. We're here at St. John's, 27 Davids Road, Houghton, with my co-commentator Tyron Peters. Morning, Tyron.
Good morning, Mzwaks. Lovely morning here at St. John's in Houghton. Fantastic rugby and good to be with you.
Interesting lineup today. We've got here Parktown Boys High School versus the boys from up north, St. John's, Harare. This shows up to be an interesting clash, Tyron.
Definitely, very interesting. And Parktown on attack just outside the St. John's 22. They're quite confident after their last result. And I watched the St. John's Harare game against Helpmacar. They started off well, but didn't finish too well. So they're definitely going to have to pick up their socks today against Parktown.
First scrum of the day. Interesting to see. These conditions have changed. Tyron, very wet underfoot on Thursday. So it's a welcome relief to see these dry conditions here.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm hoping that we can get some first reset of the day. As you said, the drier conditions, but it seems like it is still a bit muddy. I'm hoping that the ball can get out here and we can see those exciting Hunda brothers that I got to see the other day, Ryan and Wayne Hunda.
Without a shadow of a doubt, I think it's going to be a tough task for these referees. They had a really tough task on Thursday, and they must welcome this really good weather here in Joburg.
Yeah, some of them would, I reckon. Now, some of the others, the more unfit guys, would be hating them all running around. But yeah, definitely another big scrum by Parktown. St. John's go blind with the 8th man, Ryan Rush.
Box kick there by St. John's Harare, and is fumbled by the winger from Parktown, or the fullback from Parktown, Ronald Selane. He's a player to watch. St. John's Harare will definitely don't want to kick uncontestable kicks to him. They might just find themselves on the wrong end of the field.
Mzwaka, I know you quite highly involved in schoolboy rugby, and I see a couple of massive boys in the Parktown backline. I don't know how much involvement you've had in their coaching.
I'm just as pleasantly surprised as what you are, Tyron, and I think it bodes well for the Lions provincial teams. There's nothing better than having a big physical presence in the backline. Let's hope the Parktown pack can front up and provide some quality ball for these large backs.
Definitely, and I see some towering men there in the Parktown forward pack as well, number 4 and 5. You're going to have to do that for me, bud.
Samau Dioniso and Che Carpede.
Definitely, well done.
Another reset scrum there by the referee. Taran, this is something that's creeping into our game. Surely we want to promote continuity, promote an attractive brand from the boys. And it's interesting to see what the referee is going to do after a couple of reset scrums.
Definitely, I couldn't agree more. It's especially when the ball's at the back of the scrum. The ball's out. Let the guys play. I understand the safety aspect, but let's see the boys play.
Even contest there at this moment in time. There Masugu, the loose head from Parktown, very highly rated, quality. But what a very good break from the St. John's Harare. Continuity is kept alive with a pop. St. John's would look to keep up this quick ball. They look to get some width on the ball now. 3v2 on the outside. Poor pass, well collected by the winger from St. John's Harare. Some continuity with St. John's Harare. They're getting very quick ball there, Taran.
Fantastic play by St. John's deep into the 22 of Parktown. Good hit by the Parktown boys. Got to remain on their feet now. Don't give away a penalty. Oh, with a little George Gregan hit the referee.
Tough call there by the referee. I would have thought he would have blown a scrum because he did get in the way there. One doesn't know what would have happened if that guy had received the ball.
Definitely, and looks like a little bit of argy-bargy. Nothing wrong as long as the referee maintains control of this game. I don't see a problem with a little bit of rough stuff.
Tyron, as we've seen, the great attacking play from the St. John's Harare 8. He looks quite a player, Ryan Rush, and he made a telling break. And what was very good to see was he didn't die with the ball. He kept it alive. Very good support play from the St. John's Harare supporting players.
Definitely exciting, as well as the fact that they've been able to keep the pressure on and been able to go through our 3, 4, 5 phases. The last game that I watched, I don't think they went through 3 phases the whole game. So I think that's definitely something the coaches would have spoken about. And I'm glad that the St. John's Harare boys are doing that today.
Set piece for the Parktown boys in their own 22. Would you run it here, Taran? I know you're a running man, but early in the game, would you look to exit?
Well, the wingers are up in the line, so definitely looking to exit, especially 0-0 early on. Great exit by the Parktown boys. It is a bit of a 50-50 call because we are just outside the 22. Is St. John's Harare's ball again. However, being early in the game, second game of the fixture, definitely the right call to exit.
As we see the first line out of the game from St. John's. Great attacking position for St. John's Harare. Let's see if they can retain the ball and see if they can put some pressure against this very organised Parktown defence.
Well, I will say that their lineouts weren't bad against Helpmacar, so let's see if they can build on that today. Lovely lineout at the back of the ball. Back of the lineout taken by... Okay, that's definitely not Ryan Smith, but...
Great continuity by St. John's Harare. They've got front foot ball. They look to get some width on it. Great line by the number 13 in Makanishe Timber. St. John's Harare looking to keep the ball. The scrum off gets caught. Obstruction adjudicated there by the referee. I beg your pardon there. I meant to say one of the Hunda boys mentioned by Tyron. Very exciting. Great change of direction there.
I see another bit of ill discipline by the St. John's boys, but Parktown getting a chance to clear their lines and they take it up to the halfway line. Yeah, it's a great kick. It's a great kick by the Parktown fly-off.
Some lanky boys, as Taran had mentioned earlier, some lanky boys here in the Parktown line-out. Quality targets for Darnell Osawagu to hit. Very good disruption by St. John's Harare. Great contesting at the line-out. They've certainly made it very hard for these tall blokes from Parktown to really get their ball, Taran.
Definitely. I see Parktown throwing a little bit of a bluff there with a tall guy at the back and going in the front. But like you said, St. John's did really well to disrupt it. And now it's St. John's Harare's ball. Let's see if they can get some clean ball. They've also got a monster in the middle of their line-out. I think his name is Tanatwa Chapata.
4-man line-out call by St. John's Harare. Also well contested by Parktown, and it's turnover ball to Parktown. Parktown have a look. Very slow ball at the breakdown. The referee adjudicates fair steal. 9 has a look in space in behind. The Parktown wingers are there. He looks to attack them now. Great kick chase from the St. John's Harare boys. He puts it on the boot. Lands up in that really muddy area there, Tyron. That's going to make play very difficult later on in the day.
Definitely. A little box kick by the Parktown boys for the winger to chase. Is it going to go too far? Unlucky, really unlucky. But scrum down. I don't think we were able to scrum from where he kicked it, but probably from about the halfway line. Great attacking play from Parktown. The sad thing for me, Mzwaks, is that after about 3-4 phases, Parktown have got to the halfway line. And then with 2 men on the right, or on the open side, it looks like they decided to go on the boot. And I don't know if that would be my option as a South African rugby player at the moment.
One wonders, Taran, whether that players are under instruction. Obviously, there's a whole lot of preparation that goes into these teams, and it might be just a ploy for the Parktown boys to really play territory and get into the St. John's Harare half and try and see if they can score an 80-meter try, which in these difficult and soft underfoot conditions might be a tough task for the Harare boys.
I agree. I definitely agree. But well, let's see how the game goes, and let's hope that the Parktown boys, because as we've been told, that their real danger men are their outside backs. So when there is a little bit of space, let's hope that instead of seeing the Bulls style of let's just kick it and make the guy chase all day, let's put the ball in his hand, and let's see them step and let's see a bit of inside-outside play.
Tyron, I've got no doubt that we'll see that. Just last year, we saw Michael Madosh Tambwe at this festival, and now he'll be playing against the Stormers in the Western Cape later on today. So I've got no doubt that as the game heads on, there'll be more continuity, and the Parktown boys will really look to use their menacing backs. We've got a very big physical presence.
Definitely, Parktown boys seem to have lined up very flat for this scrum on the halfway line. The referee's having a bit of trouble with the underfoot conditions. Let's hope that they can get it out quite quickly. See the King Edward boys representing at the St John's Festival. I hope the St John's boys know that they're here.
Once again, thanks to the cameraman, the School Sports Live. This has really changed the dynamic of schoolboy rugby, Taran. You know, it's made it accessible. Those old boys who live overseas or who live in different provinces, they really have an opportunity now to sort of get to have a look at their alma mater play.
Without doubt, and you know how fanatical some of the old boys are. So, geez, amazing. Big shout out to SSL. Can't show more gratitude for what you guys are doing. And let's show the support from the old boys. Let's get a little bit loud from every single old boys school.
And of course, Taran,
you can get the loudest.
Of course, Taran, it'd be remiss of us not to thank the really big sponsor, Standard Bank, for making a massive financial contribution to give all these schoolboys a massive opportunity to showcase their talents.
Without Standard Bank and massive institutions like that are supporting these festivals, they just wouldn't exist, especially in today's economic times. But back to the rugby, the more exciting things. St John's going up the field, knocking the ball on after a sustained bit of pressure from Parktown. It's been a very scrappy game for the first 10 minutes, still 0-0, both sides feeling each other out. And like we were saying, at festivals like this, you want to promote this running rugby, and I just hope that some of the officiating would assist that. Because I'm not trying to be a stickler, however, but just advantage is always it's also allowed to be played.
Very, very true. Very true, Taran. I think it's important that the officials try and promote a game that is attractive. We want parents to really encourage their sons and daughters in this day and age to play a game. As we see a scrum for a set piece on the left hand side of the field, very good scrum by St John's Harare. The number 8 picks up. He's been really prominent in the early exchanges here. Is Ryan Rush.
Yeah, Ryan Rush seems to be trying to keep ball in hand, and there goes Dylan Brain with a box kick nice and deep to the Parktown fullback, who's looking
Ronald
to counter.
Celine is not really the guy to be kicking to. Parktown launch a counter attack, and then number 12 loses the ball at his first touch of the ball.
Martin Senk with his first touch goes to ground. He's a bit of a monster running around at 12. St John's trying to run it out of their half. Loving seeing St John's keeping the ball in hand. Dylan Brain to Ryan Rush. Big carry, but Parktown got it covered. They're reading him like a book. The 10's in the pocket. Is he going to kick it? Run it, boy. No, looks to kick it across field. Big open spaces. Parktown fullback making his way across. Is he going to run it now, or will he look to exit?
He's a very attacking player, and by all accounts, he's really had a great...
running it unlucky. That is very enterprising play. That's the kind of play we want to be promoting at these sort of festivals and in South Africa in general.
Coaching frustration that Taran, I could imagine that Andy van Zyl will really be frustrated at them just being bun out of touch. One would have liked to have seen Parktown boys retain the ball there.
Definitely, but there's that knife edge, that double bladed edge. Do you run it out of your half? If he steps inside there, he's running 50 meters. He's under the sticks. But like you said, it's a coaching nightmare.
Very true, Taran. This has afforded St. John's Harare another great attacking opportunity. Taken then the Lana did look to set the rolling ball. Parktown looked to have defended it very well and a very good counter shove. But another break by Ryan Rush, and he plays to the left. I must say, Taran, I've been really impressed with the Parktown defensive line. They've been really organised.
Oh, they've made quality hits. Wayne Hunda straight through the middle. I think it's about the 5th phase before St John's already put on the boots, and Parktown are countering on the boot with number 13. It seems like the referees missed the knock-on from the Parktown centre, and
the referee has called time. I think at this moment in time he wants to deliberate with his assistant assistant referee, and you know what, we'd like to see the right call being made here, Taran. There was really a knock-on from the Parktown number 13 Wonga Mtubatuba.
Wonga Mtubatuba definitely knocked it on. However, the referees called for an early tackle, which I suppose that's what the linesman saw, the assistant ref saw. What are Parktown going to do? Do they go for the poles or do they go for the line?
A little bit of indecision from Parktown, but it looks eventually like they're going to kick for the corner and try and bring in a rolling maul.
Oh,
Cardinal mistake by the kicker there from Parktown, and he kicks the ball dead, handing the advantage over back to St. John's Harare, and they release the pressure valve.
as we see the replay with the early tackle, it was already a tough call on the St. John's Harare defender. It looked like the ball had already been knocked on when the tackle was made. A little bit of justice here where Parktown kicking it dead. St. John's Harare with the restart.
Taran,
Deep kick.
tough mistake there by Parktown, Taran. The first time they've managed to get into the St. John's Harare half, and the guy kicks the ball dead.
Big run by the left winger, Peter Kasonga. Great run offload to the number 7. Great defence by St. John's Harare. And Parktown, the referee seems to say that Parktown are playing the ball on the ground, and St. John's Harare are not allowed to take it quickly.
As we can see from the far side here, the coach from Parktown boys really frustrated. The Parktown boys really need to keep their discipline each time they enter into the St. John's Harare 22 or half, so that they can maintain that pressure, Taran.
Definitely. St. John's Harare seem to be getting a little bit of momentum swing here because of the ability to keep Parktown out, because there was a little bit of a 5-10 minute bit of pressure from Parktown, and now they've been able to get themselves back to the halfway line. So a 50-50 game at the moment. I don't know how you feel.
Nothing in it as we see this line out, Taran. Let's have a look and see what St. John's Harare can muster up in terms of manipulation. They'll have to get around these tall blokes from Parktown boys.
4-man line out. Look like they're going in the middle. Lovely little line out by the St. John's Harare boys. Taken to the back line. Number 12 is giving it out now. Fullback joins the line. Puts it on the boot for the winger. Regathered by the fullback, Martin Eason. Gives it off to the winger.
St. John's Harare will look to get the ball out wide. They've got tons of numbers out wide, and they look to go up the middle. And it's a knock-on from the St. John's Harare boys. They still keep the ball. The referee blows a penalty for St. John's Harare coming in from the side from the Parktown boys.
The SJH side, I think it's going to be a lot easier for us to say, because gee whiz, the St. John's Harare is getting a bit much now. No disrespect to St. John's Harare, but they're on attack now. They're deep inside the Parktown 22. They're looking to convert a bit of pressure here. And with about 13 minutes left in the half, would love to get their first points of the game.
St. John's Harare have called a full-man line-out. No doubt that they're going to try and employ the rolling maul here. But first things first, they have to regain their position. They've had two interrupted line-outs from the Parktown boys.
Oh. And there seems to be a common theme at the festival with the wet conditions, and maybe the ball's still a little bit wet, or I don't know, again, don't mean to sound harsh, but it could be just harsh officiating. So many skew throws. So unlucky for the SJH boys, and a good opportunity now for Parktown to clear their lines with a strong scrum.
One must, Taran, question the logic there. Having been interrupted 2 lineouts previously before, and then trying to go to 6 ball, surely the fixation with 6 ball must come to an end. And for St. John's, it would be really a matter of just trying to regain possession for them in such an opportunistic area of the field.
Without a doubt. When in doubt, get the ball to the 2-man and keep the ball. It's as simple as that.
Another reset scrum. These conditions underfoot really proving tough for both teams, and it's going to take a lot of management from this referee to make sure that we don't get too many reset scrums. After all, people have paid really good money to come and watch these boys.
Definitely. Let's just hope it's the tight fives can match up square here, get nice and low, going straight, and the ball can come out nice and quick. It was amazing for me yesterday that I watched the Eye of the Tiger boys, that the ability for them to maintain possession at scrum time, even under pressure, was incredible. Referee giving a penalty against looked like the St. John's Harare tight head. Said he went to ground. Parktown another opportunity to clear their lines, as well as to get the line out. They take it up just outside their 22, actually, halfway between their 22 and the 10-meter line. Score still 0-0. With 10 minutes left in the half.
Another line out to Parktown. This hooker Darnell Osowago comes highly rated. He finds his jumper in the number 8. in their number 8, Damien van der Schyff. They'll have a look to institute the rolling maul, but nicely sacked by the boys from Zimbabwe. Box kick by the number 9 from Parktown, Matthew van Hasten. Very good kick chase by the Parktown boys.
Martin Easton with the fullback from SJH with the carry. Another pick and go by the SJH tight head.
St. John's Harare must look to get width, and he puts it on the boot and he skews it. I must say, Tyron, that's a missed opportunity for the St. John's boys. Be that as it may, Rane Tselane, the elusive runner, has beaten 3 or 4 defenders and has put Parktown on the ascendancy again, Tyron.
Parktown up the middle of the field, looking to run it to the right hand side again, puts it on the boot. And behind the defender, it goes out for a line out to St. John's Harare. And considering St. John's Harare's line outs haven't been great the last 3, it isn't the worst option, but how we would like to see a little bit of throwing the ball around.
One must then question the tactics. Perhaps it's under instruction from the coaches.
Definitely.
But then again, these boys have been hopefully these boys have been given the freedom to play it as they see it.
Well, you'll be able to tell me better than most. I don't know how it is with South African coaches, but you know, for me, if your players are kicking the ball around and you're inside the attacking half, you're not coaching rugby, you're coaching soccer.
There, St. John's Harare look to run the ball. Step by the outside centre here in Nicholas McRae.
Big pressure here by Parktown on the St. John's Harare boys. Or are they going to be able to retain the ball? Big pressure on the 9.
Great counteract by the Parktown boys there. The referees has blown advantage to them. They found themselves in a great attacking opportunity now. Let's have a look and see if they can have a really good strike launch and see if they can get the first points of this game with 21 and a half minutes into the game.
Well, let's keep our eyes on the Parktown 8th man now and the Parktown 9. Matthew van Hasten, I think you said, and Damien van der Schyff. Because normally centre field scrums and the number 9 and 8 like to get involved with the plans going forward here. And it looks like Matthew van Hasten's had a lot to say already to the plan for the forwards, what they need to give them the right shoulder or left shoulder. He's looking back at the fullback and they're having a chat. And that elusive runner, Ronald Telani, is looking to go left, open side or blind side. Let's see.
Great scrum by the Harare boys, giving the Parktown a left shoulder. Let's have a look and see.
Simple move by the Parktown from the 10 to 12. They're looking to maintain possession and take it another phase. Back inside with the Parktown tight head prop. Good tackle by SJH. Will he roll away? He needs to roll away now.
Parktown really need to come to the left of this field and get some good width on it. They've got numbers on the left. Transgression there by the St. John's Harare boys.
Again and putting it on the boot, straight into the SJH hands. Luckily for the Parktown scrum off, it was a penalty. Referee saying the guy wasn't rolling away. Quick tap by Parktown. 5 meters out. Oh, is he holding on, Mr. Ref? Yes, he is. No. Not 10. Not 10.
The St. John's Harare boys really incurring the wrath of the referee. They'll have to be very careful at this moment in time, Tyron, that they don't concede a yellow card. They've had a couple of repeated infringements in the red zone.
Quick tap by Parktown again. Is the hooker going to get over? Darnell. Have they retained possession, Parktown? Or have SJH has stolen it? And they look to take it quickly. Offload. Now they're running it from deep in their 22. One more. Oh, what a ball. The Hunda.
Great endeavour to attack the ball from a turnover there, Tyron. This is definitely what the crowds pay their money to come and see.
Wayne Hunda strong on his feet now, eventually goes to ground. Dylan Brain with a box. Who's chasing? Is anybody back?
This is the wrong person to kick to. Tselane has been really at an attacking mindset and he's taken the St. John's defence really on.
Parktown now attacking. Throws it to the number 10 who seems to have no plan at the moment. Puts it on the boot. To Martin Essen. SJH fullback. Don't, please. Okay, he puts it on the boots as well.
Much to the frustration of my co-commentator here, there's been a whole lot of kicking.
Lovely
and what
step.
We'd like to see some festival rugby. But having said that, great attacking rugby from Parktown. He palms the first guy off. He's just looking for someone to offload to. Parktown look to get some continuity. The St. John's Harare boys are massively offside. They haven't even retreated onside.
Matthew van Hasten gets it out. Parktown. Locke picks it up in the center of the field. Gives it. No, he takes a strong run by himself. Locke partner first to clean. Matthew van Hasten gets it out. Parktown 10 with a long pass out to the winger. One more. Good hands. Final tackle. Great cover defense. Looks to offload. Brilliant offload by the Parktown winger. What is the referee blown for? Let's see. We don't know, but it's against St. John's.
Great carry there by the Academy Week prop Nkosinkona Masugu. He's very highly rated and a very good scrummager as Parktown on the ascendancy in the St. John's Harare 22. Let's have a look and see if they can get some width on the ball.
Counter ruck by St. John's Harare gets blown, and exactly what you were saying, Mzwaks. Seems like St. John's Harare's discipline has let them down one last time, and it looks like someone might be going to the bin over here. Referee wants to have a chat.
The referee will be really hard pressed to not send someone to the bin. They've really had a whole variety of repeated infringements, and I've got a feeling that the referee has said to the St. John's Harare captain Ryan Rush that he better have a chat to his boys because they might incur the wrath of the referee in terms of a yellow card.
But what a lovely passage of play. We've been waiting for that the whole half. I think it was Isitle Mbelini, as well as the winger Cole Rock with an unbelievable counter-attack from inside their 22. Took them all the way up inside St. John's Harare's 22, and then they brought it all the way wide where the winger Peter Kasonga was unbelievable to offload to the fullback Ronald Talani, as well as the centre Wonga Matuba. That's it, Matuba. Who are unbelievable, and now we can see. You can see what these boys can do. You can see the offloading ability. You can see the speed. You can see the awareness of space. Why are we telling them to kick? Poor Matthias Hop, the flower from Parktown, is just kicking ball when these guys can run on the outside. Line out to Parktown. Middle with the big boy. Up they go. Great take. And Maul. Will they be over? Parktown with the Maul. It's over the line. Referee says held up. Great bit of defence by St. John's Harare.
The St. John's Harare boys hanging in there, showing a whole lot of jam tart. I feel Parktown, that's another opportunity for Parktown that they've let slip. But then here's an opportunity for them with their left-hand scrum to really put their big number 12 in Martin Sink up in the middle. Let's have a look and see if this Parktown backline can impose themselves physically.
Well, 3 minutes left to go in the half. And as you were saying, your buddy Anfin Sale over there from Parktown, he's definitely wanting his side to score here, get over the line just before half time, give them a little 5-0, 7-0 lead going into the half, because this half's been, it's just been a 50-50 battle.
Having said that, those who know the game more than what we do, Tyron will call these the championship minutes, the minutes before and just after half time. Parktown will really want to get a score of any sort, just to take some confidence into the half and have a very good very positive team talk. Well,
it's brilliant that you brought that up, because I encourage every one of our viewers to watch the All Blacks, and I guarantee that almost 99% of their games they score just before half time, even if it's just a penalty, and just after half time, even if it's just a penalty.
Having a look at the Parktown setup there, Tyron, having a look at the Parktown setup there, Tyron, it looks like they really want to bring this number 12 into the game.
Eighth man with a big carry, he's over the line. Is he going to be held up? All the St. John's Harare boys are trying to get underneath the ball. Don't know how the referee's going to see where the ball is. Another scrum.
I must be honest there, Tyron, I've been really impressed with the guts shown by the St. John's Harare boys. For the last 5 minutes, they've had their line under siege, and they are manning up to the task of defending this Parktown attack.
Well, especially after their day one horror of Helpmaker, I can guarantee you now, their tight five is definitely up for today. And as we say that, it looks like a couple of subs have come on. The number 9 scrum half has been replaced just before half time. And as a coach, would you do that?
That's an interesting selection,
particularly scrum time 1 minute ago. You're on your line. You're going to change your scrum off.
That's an interesting selection, particularly on a defensive play. Right now, you need all the guys who've really been into the game. That scrum off really knows what the attack's going to go. I must be honest, Tyron, I've been really impressed by this loose head from St. John's Harare.
Parktown with a big carry. There's your number 12 you've been asking for. Van Hastings about to get it out. Gets it out to Hops. Hops with the wide ball. There's space on the outside. Is he going to get over? Great tackle, but no, try time.
No surprises there, Tyron. I must say, I think the Parktown boys have been listening to you, because the first time they've got width on the ball and they're over the line with a try.
And Ronald Talani emphasising the danger that you've been speaking about, getting around his man, scoring quite easily. And you know, I would love to see just the Parktown boys just be given permission, or just taking it upon themselves to smartly throw the ball around, because being a coach myself, there's nothing worse than watching guys throw the ball around without any appreciation for the ball.
Let's have a look and see if Matthias Hopp can add the extra 2 just before the half. On our watch, it seems like the referee might just blow for half time after this kick.
Ryan Hunda, one of the Hunda brothers, fuming with himself as he missed Ronald Talani on the line there. Let's see if he'll make up for it in the second half, as the Hunda brothers have been really quiet in this first half. And that's another shout out to the SJH coaches to just, let's get these guys running with the ball, throw it around. Parktown hops with the kick. First one from the, say, more difficult side for the right footer. Time's up on the clock. Clean strike, but not successful. And as we go into the break, Parktown lead 5-0 against St John's Harare. What are your thoughts, Mzwaks?
My thoughts there, Taran. I think it's been a really scrappy half with both Flaws really looking to get territorial dominance, but their boots really letting them down. So I think at halftime, if I were 2 coaches, I'd really say if we're going to kick, then we must really be accurate in terms of the kicking and finding some kick space and grass on the field, or as opposed to then running the ball, because right now we're really looking for spectacle, and there are people who've paid their hard-earned money to come and watch them play.
Brilliant. I couldn't agree more. Let's just hope that the coaches remember that we're in the middle day of a festival, and it is the first time the sun's come out at this festival properly, so it's perfectly conducive to throwing the ball around. And as we've seen the ability of both, there's some phenomenal athletes that we've got in our country. You know, having the privilege to travel a little bit, I've never seen in any other country the pool of talent that we've got.
Okay, as we take a break, we'll see you shortly for the halftime team talks.
When you're hot, is this hot? You're big, this big. You're fresh, this fresh. And you're dark, this dark. When you're quiet, is this quiet? You're deep, this deep. And you're busy, this busy. When you live in a place of possibility, when you're driving Africa's growth, you never stop moving forward. Standard Bank, moving forward.
Time's running out, coach. What are we going to do?
Okay, boys, listen, bring that mobile truck and take it behind the post. There. Now start drilling. Drill.
Spur people with a taste for life.
We need to double our stock order.
Increasing payment limits now.
When you need the bank everywhere you are. Standard Bank, moving forward.
on now. Damn match. Yes, you're going to interview now.
Hasn't said anything yet.
Trying I'm following your leader.
Hey guys.
Look at that guy there.
Just remember, what I'm doing better today is, I don't want to speak.
So is this Parktown? That's that John's there.
Okay, I'm about to get hold of full name.
Yeah, just call me Q. Otherwise, we end up at Queen. Just say Q. Are you going to excuse the tell him why I'm here to leave? Tell him why I'm saying here to leave. I'm taking up and
Guys, hey guys, are we back on yet? Welcome back to St. John's College here, where I'm joined by Q, another standout man from across the road here. Don't want to mention the school's name, he might get kicked out, but Mzwak's had to leave. So Q's joining me now as we kick off with SJH against Parktown boys. And the ball's been allowed to bounce where Parktown take it up. You scored just before halftime to take a 5-0 lead.
thanks a lot, Tyron. It's good to be here. As you talked about that again, kicking the ball in the own 22, Parktown is under pressure already. That stem from the kick receipt not being collected. A very, very area that needs to be addressed in South African rugby at the moment. Parktown under pressure.
St. John's Harare with a massive carry with a tight head prop. Massive pressure against Parktown now. The 10 with the inside ball. The 6 flankers carrying it strongly with Parktown putting them under pressure at ruck time. The reserve scrum half who's come on the field. I'll get his name for you now, folks. But he's carrying it up and the 6 carries it again. That's not him, that's Chapata. Chapata number 6 with a great carry. Referee penalising St. John's Harare for holding on inside their 22. And Parktown seems to be let off the hook.
Tyron, I'm going to say this again. It starts off yet again. Kick receipts are a very, very integral part of the game. And Parktown put themselves under pressure for not collecting the first kick-off. But great defense from them. Ill discipline from St. John's Harare there. They should have capitalized and come off with some points there. But so may it be right now.
Q, you can see you're a student of the game in schoolboy rugby. It's definitely an area that guys need to definitely address, the kick receipts, especially off kickoffs. Parktown line out just outside their 22.
Yeah, Danilo Sumua ready to make a throw in there. Look at the tall line out jumpers there. Going to the front, collected 2 ball. Great, looking to maul it up. Kick by Matthew. Great, contestable up and under.
Chase by the winger, Cole Rock, who makes the hit. Parktown seem to have turned this ball over. Hops with the pass, wide out to, I'll get his name now, guys. Peter Kasonga gives it off to, is it Talani? Unlucky.
Still playing on there by St. John's Harare. They're in the own 22 defending it. They've got the advantage from the referee. It was a knock on, but turning into a penalty, it seems like it.
Looks like the referee's penalising St. John's Harare again. They have to get back 10. He's saying it's a tip tackle, but he's not going to penalise anybody or send anybody off. It seems to just be a warning.
Yes, again, there, Tyron, we're seeing again ill discipline from the school kids. It's costing them. Parktown goes for the touch, which is a good call from them. What do you reckon, Tyron?
Definitely 5-0 up. Keep the pressure on. Keep possession. Let's see what they decide to do here. Their lineup was ill-effective, the last one. I would definitely get the big man up here and try and maul on him. But that's just me. Let's see what they do.
Going forward for the thing they followed Javas. Great take by the number 4 from Parktown there. Samoa Dinusu. Great mauling from them.
Great maul by Parktown. Darnell at the back. The St. John's Harare boys getting pinned for coming in from the side. Matthew Van Haysten, referee advantage. Matthew Van Haysten with a quick tap to Hops. He gets it out wide. Great run by the number 13, Wonga
Matuba was a great try from Wonga Matuba. They had the overlap. Great vision there by Matthias Hop, and there's a great skip out pass. And then great finish there by Wonga Matuba. Parktown score there, 10-0 up, waiting to see if Matthias Hop can make that into a 12-0 lead.
Q, you did mention that there was a little bit of an overlap there, and I know that he was right in front of his coaches. They would not have been happy if the St. John's Harare boy had made the tackle, but with that intensity that he ran with, definitely got to back the boy to have a crack from there.
Definitely. And as you said, one more important thing they did, they kept the ball alive, kept the ball in hand, and we've seen a lot of kicking away of possession, especially when they're in the red zone and they've got a chance to score. So credit goes there to N defense and the coaching staff, and great finishing by these young lads.
Definitely. Let's see if he can, what's his name? Matthias Hop. Let's see if Hop can convert this second attempt as his first one failed. Yes, his conversion is successful. And 1 from 2. Parktown take a 12-0 lead. All right, as we know, we've both been watching a lot of schoolboy rugby over the years. We know the next 5 minutes are vital for the contest of this game. If St. John's Harare can, who are taking their kickoff now, it's crazy. They're taking their kickoff on their 10-meter line because of the cricket pitch in the middle. But I suppose if they can score in the next 5 minutes, you're definitely going to have a game. So hopefully they can get their hands on the ball.
You see, the most important thing here, Tyron, is that they had to apply pressure on St. John's yet again. Kick receipt not collected by Parktown there. It's a little thing that frustrates me a little bit, but I'm going to keep hopping on about it. And I think it's a place that coaches need to spend a lot more time coaching. But nonetheless, being said, great pass to Matthew, carried back into the 22.
Hop with a big kick downfield. Here comes Essen, who looks to play. No more kicking. No, as I say that, he puts it on the left boot. It's in behind the defenders. It seems to be a hell of a good kick at the moment. Good pressure on Ronald. Off to his partner, Rock. Off he goes. Off goes the Parktown right winger. Big hit. Stays in field. Gets to his feet. Good offload. Great offload to the number 7. Strong ball carrier. Sitle is off by himself. Sitle all the way. Great run by Sitle.
Tyron, I must say, that started off from the collection from Renone Tselane. Willing to carry the ball outside of his own 22. Made the pass to Cole Rock. Cole Rock was very strong in his carry, bouncing off a few of the St. John's tacklers and defenders. And it was a great offload there by Cole Rock towards the number 7, Sitle Mbilini, who showed some great pace and finishing strong there, Tyron.
But Q, listen, as we see his great run on the replay, strong, powerful runner. But I have to mention it, that this not all come from St. John's Harare being on the attack. And as they entered into the Parktown half, they decided to kick the ball away.
As you said, Tyron, there, it was quite a cardinal sin from them. I don't know why they want to kick the possession. It was a turnover ball. They would prefer to keep it in hand. And you want to spread the defense corner to corner. But clearly the instructions must be from the coaches. They want to play towards towards Parktown's half. And that's, as you saw there, please, there from Ronald Telani, who's made sure that they get punished for that sin.
Well, Ronald was brilliant in getting the ball away to Cole Rock, who's been so exciting. Cole Rock, for me, was unbelievable until he got the ball to Sitle. And Mbelini was just too strong, too powerful, too fast, over in the corner.
Matthias Hop looking to convert that try now. Pulled it towards his left-hand side, slightly missed it. But here we go, what a strong lead, 17 in the luck.
Massive turning point in the game there, Q. It'll take a very strong charactered team and a lot of love and a lot of selflessness from these boys to come back into this game, because 17-0, that normally breaks the back of schoolboys.
It definitely does, and hopefully, as you mentioned there, we want to see you guys able to show some great character and some guts, and they can be able to go forth and just give us some entertainment rugby here.
Q, you're going to go mad, but there's another kick receipt that hasn't found hand, and Parktown are lucky to get the line out, but you're going to have to go have a word with your coaching mates over there at Parktown, because that's 3 in a row now.
It is, and it's something that's frustrating because they've just scored. They find themselves under pressure, and it's an unnecessary pressure that they put themselves under. But great take from the line out there, and they're mauling it forward and they're marching forth.
The big boy Samau wasn't used early on, but since they've been using him, their line out hasn't looked like missing. Box kick by the Matthew. Great take by Martin Essen. And the referee doesn't allow him to play on. He says that they pulled down the maul. So no advantage to Parktown. They said St. John's had already pulled down the maul. And it will be another penalty to Parktown just inside their own half.
I guess, Tyron, this is when it starts happening for St. John's Harare. A little bit frustration coming through the game, because now they want to play rugby, they want to play, but now they start to infringe, because now they start to break the law, because I feel like the pressure is piling on into them. And there's a great touch finder there, back, they're putting it to the under 22, they're defending, and they need to show some serious guts now.
100% right. You know, the frustration that starts creeping in with the guys, they start getting ill-disciplined, they can feel the game getting taken away. Instead of just calming down, getting back to the moment, focusing on number one job at hand, and get the ball in your hands. Parktown line out. Big man's going to go up again in the middle. Up he goes. He collects. Referee's happy with it. Seems like he is happy with the play. Hops gets it out. There he goes again. Number 13 through the middle.
Oh, he
Martin Essen makes the hit.
Just loses his footing there as he tries to go, but they still have the overlap.
Matthew
Rock's
gives it
got
out.
the ball.
Rock
He's
with
not
a strong
looking to
run.
pass. Great try from him.
Over the line by Rock. Over the line. Magnificent run by the Parktown outside backs. Again, showing how dangerous they really are. So magnificent to see them throwing the ball around. Q, what you think?
Tyron, I must say, what's been very exciting from this Parktown team is that they've realized they're keeping the ball in hand, and they've kicked when they needed to, which was very good tactical kicking. So as you mentioned earlier on, it's not aimless kicking. It was a great box kick from Matthew there. They went back, they got the penalty, and they've kept the ball in hand with an injection of pace there from Cole Rock, who finished very strong. And this is what you want to see. Obviously, their poor communication and poor defense from St. John's Harare there.
Their one-on-one tackles in the second half have definitely let them down, and I can tell you now that Parktown have scored 3 unanswered tries in 11 minutes and 50 seconds now, and it's literally been 3 or 4 mishits. So St. John's Harare have got a massive job to try and come back from this. Parktown just seem to be pulling away. Again, it shows a confident team after their last game's result, and again coming up against a side that's not so confident. So, you know, trying to do things. They're not sticking to the basics, you know. And like we said, the frustration's building, and they're missing the first time tackles.
Well, waiting to see if Matthew can convert that try there by Cole Rock. He does seem to take his time, eh, Tara?
Mateus Hop definitely takes his time. He's missed 2 in a row now, so he's trying to get this one. The last 2 drew around. This one had a cheeky little fade. So unlucky, he's definitely going to have to go back to the drawing board, but I don't think conversions are going to mean much to the outcome of this game at the moment.
No, definitely not. And I've said to you beforehand, hopefully now it's another kick reset. Maybe they can prove me wrong, that they'll collect this one and they can apply the pressure and keep the ball in hand.
So I don't know if this has gone 10, but they have taken it from 20 metres back. So the referee said it's fine, and he's now decided that it'll be it looks like a St. John's Harare line out.
Well, let's just see. Maybe St. John's Harare can be enterprising here. First time pretty much I've actually had the ball in hand, and hopefully they can keep it, Tyron.
Well, let's see. You're 100% right. They've had 10% possession this half. The only times they have it, they've kicked it away. So let's see if they've realised that they need to keep the ball in hand now. They're going with a short line out, and they've got some strong runners set up in the midfield.
Defensive line by Parktown looks set and ready for them.
Lovely line out. Let's hope it's gone backwards, Mr. F. No, it hasn't. He's said it's gone forwards. It's a knock-on. Unlucky. Parktown scrum.
Well, let's see now what Parktown can do with this ball. Looks like they're probably willing to attack now. Their confidence is up. And if I was them, I'd keep the ball in hand, set up 3 or 4 phases later. And I definitely think they should be over the white line. What do you reckon?
Without a doubt. You know, their confidence is high. They're 22 points up. They're set up to run. They look like they've got to move. They've got the 14 from the right set up behind the fullback who's in the middle of the field. And yeah, let's see what they're going to pull off here.
Right. There we go. Reset scrum again there, please. It's still, even though the sun is out today, it is still wet under the feet. There's some heavy rain over Johannesburg for the past 3 days.
Well, the cricket pitch is a mud bath. It seems like guys aren't scrumming on there. They're not kicking off on there. They're just trying to avoid it completely. I see we got Mr. Monk from Parktown on the side of the field here taking photos. He's been around in Parktown for years, centuries. What a man, what a servant of that school.
He's a very proud man of that school, and many boys would remember it from years, and many men will have fond memories of him.
Big scrum by Parktown. The referee seems to have his arm out for advantage. Hops gets the ball, passing out to the left winger, comes through the line. Great run by the left winger. 1-on-1 with the fullback. Away he goes. Peter Kasonga. Unbelievable.
What a try from there. And from a first phase ball move and underneath the sticks there, it has to be said, St. John's Harare's defense leaves a lot to be desired at the moment. But that said, though, please there, Parktown boys are capitalizing, finishing strong. Their moves are coming off. And we're saying Peter Kasonga at the moment, he showed some great pace and great determination to finish off that try.
Well, guys, I know we're live streaming, so you have the ability to go back now and check like 2 minutes ago. And if you listen to what my co-commentator said just before that scrum was set up, he said they should look to have an enterprising move in the back line and have a full crack, and they should end up under the sticks. So if you keep listening to this man, maybe we can put some money down a little bit later, make a bit of bucks.
Thanks for the kind words, Aaron.
Great run as we see Peter Kasonga entering the line, 1-on-1 with Peter Essen, who's been pretty decent on D, but not on that occasion. And don't give Peter Kasonga a second chance to run at the line. Big, strong, fast. Where are Parktown getting all these guys from? Unbelievable.
Great kick receive. First one collected out of the first four.
It's the big man. Oh, he gets pummeled backwards after taking a good, strong run.
Looking forward there. I feel the body language of St. John's Harare is letting them down a little bit at the moment.
Great take by Martin Essen at the back, the fullback from St. John's Harare. Are they going to be able to keep possession? First penalty for St. John's in the second half. So Parktown getting penalised for going off their feet. Looks like they were a little bit too excited to get their hands on the ball. They're looking like they want to run in quite a few now. So let's hope St. John's Harare can fight back a bit.
I don't blame them, Taran. They've had the ball every time they've scored. So it is exciting for these young lads. And the stage is set. Dare do I say it too early. But anything is possible. If St. John's doesn't step up their defense, Parktown should be looking to add the score and stretch it as far as they possibly can.
Well, let's hope that St. John's Harare can do something with this line-out ball deep inside Parktown's 22 now. They've been pretty decent at line-outs in the second half, although they've only had one and they were pretty good at it. They won it, threw it back to the scrum half, and then knocked it on. So that's normally the frustrations when you're behind. Let's hope they can clear their mind here and pull off a good move.
Here we go. Fake in the front, going to the back.
Oh, so difficult for your hooker to hit that ball.
Turnover ball by Parktown. I'm sure they're going to try and keep the ball in hand. Matthew looking to clear out.
Is he going to take it on the box again? Yes, he does. Pressure on Ryan Hunda, or is that Wayne Hunda? Wayne Hunda with a strong run, good tackle by Parktown. Dylan Brain seems to be back on the field, and he's clearing the ball from the next strike. Oh, he fakes and he goes.
Parktown needs to be disciplined in their defense.
Ryan Rush now with a strong carry at the back of the ruck.
This is the first time they've been tested this whole half. So they must show some great discipline here, but they look very organized at the moment.
Hessen joining the line, offload to Brain. Brain gives it off. Strong run in the middle of the field. Brain at the back of the ruck again. St. John's Harare not making any meters. Strong defense by Parktown. Puts it on the boots. Oh.
As you said, the Taran, there they go. St. John's Harare, first few times they've actually had the ball, they kick it out. Turnover ball by Parktown, and the referee has blown there. I'm assuming they're having a chat there. Probably looks like going to be a penalty against Parktown.
Well, it's a typical situation of a team that's lacking confidence, and obviously they aren't all on the same page. So they go through 3, 4, 5 phases of what maybe the coaches have spoken about, or maybe what the coaches haven't spoken about. But after not making any meters, 3, 4, 5 phases, it seems like their go-to is to put the ball on the boot.
I think that's going to, as we said earlier on, the frustration part is coming on, and as you said it perfectly, they're not all on the same page, and I think maybe they must just remember, they must go back to the structures, go back to what they know, and also just hold on to the ball, and through that build up the phases, and through that they're going to build their confidence, and hopefully they'll be able to get over the white line. But they need to be all on the same page. They need to do something.
Definitely, without a doubt. And one try might bring 2 tries. So that focus is just keeping that ball in hand. Let's get over the whitewash once, and let's see what happens. You never know. Maybe we score twice. Maybe we score 3 times. Maybe it's 29-21 with 2 minutes to play. But we just got to get our hands on the ball, and let's get over the whitewash.
Here we go, 5 meters out. Great kick there. St. John's Harare waiting to take the ball in there. And you're looking to take it there. Please line out. I reckon, Tyron, they should go the front ball. The last time they went to the far back, they couldn't collect
Tanaka and Porfu was put under a massive amount of pressure by expecting him to hit the back jumper. Give him Porfu a front jumper or a middle jumper, and I guarantee you, ball collection, quick drive, it's not difficult. There's try times on you. Again, they go to the back. Again, Parktown win it. Unbelievable pressure put on Porfu, and unlucky for the young man, he wasn't able to find his jumper.
There we go. Parktown should clear this ball out, go play in their half.
Hop trying to clear just outside the 22 with the spectator touching it. St. John's Harare unable to take it quickly.
Trying to go back just to the thing again we're talking about there. I never understand schoolboys. There we are, 5 meters out. Surely the safest place to be would be have a 2-ball jumper and not go that far back. Suck in the defense. They can't fold. What are your thoughts?
100% agree. I would even throw to the guy in the front. Tell the prop to turn around and just throw it at him. Just get the ball. Stop putting the Oaks under pressure. Go in the front at 4. Go the 8th man. Get him up in the middle.
As we're saying that outside the 22, St. John's Harare have another take of this thing. The lineouts have been very poor.
Parktown stealing it as if it's their own. Carrying it just inside their 22. Matthew van Hasten calling the forwards to build a wall. Out to Hop, who goes for the crossfield kick. If this doesn't go out, it could be a good counter attack, but it does go out. Great kick.
Great kick by Matthew. There, please, Mateus Hop finding a 50-meter kick back in there from their own 5-meter line, setting up for themselves. Great defensive line. It's all St. John's have to do and start playing now, Tyron.
Well, I want to ask you a question. If your side was 29-0 up and you had that ball and you were the fly-off, would you have kicked that ball? Because although it was a great kick, it is now St. John's Harare's ball, and they still are on the halfway line.
I would say for them that there was a great kick by Hop there. I would have suggested him play back in their half. The pressure still on St. John's Harare. They need to carry and they need to attack. And Parktown's defensive lines have been amazing. And yet again, stolen line out.
Exactly.
So it worked out well for them.
If you're winning their ball like it's yours, then the kick is the right option there.
Definitely. And they're going to maul this ball. Matthew playing the pod in front of there.
2 reserves, seems like they've come on the field. Another pass by Matthew out to Hop. Hop gives it into the mud bath. Everybody's in the mud bath at the moment. Is he on his feet, Mr. Referee? Apparently so.
Turnover ball by St. John's.
St. John's Harare taking it up in the midfield there. Brain out to the reserve 10. No, it is the 10. Hessen carries strongly. Good defense.
Here we go, looking back at St. John's Harare. They're just a bit slow in organizing themselves, Tyron. And you can see, there we go, hitting back on defense there. Great defense by St. John's, by Parktown.
Counter ruck, should I say. Brain with the offload. Gives it out to the strong running tight head props, who flicks it out the back door. Kick through, Bob. Who's that?
Sihle Mbili. Here we go, yet again, St. John's is under pressure. Parktown is putting the counter ruck on them. The ball is out.
Ball's out.
Oh, someone was offsides there.
Pin there. Referee saying the Parktown boys are offsides. But in the second half, Wonga Matubatuba has been out of this world second half. The number 13 from Parktown has taken his game to another level and really cut through St. John's Harare's midfield, which has caused them all sorts of troubles. They haven't been able to come back from it. But in saying that, they get a penalty and they kick it to the halfway line. With 6 minutes to go, can St. John's Harare get over the whitewash and just score once here?
Tyron, do you think it was a wise move from St. John's, since they haven't won their own line at this half, to have kicked for charge rather than tap a ball or go for the scrum?
I think they don't back themselves to score 80-meter try. And Porfu, I think he's a good thrower. I just think the calls have been so difficult on him. So they're going up in the front and the jumps all over the show, and now the throw's poor and Parktown win it again. So there's the answer to your question.
Parktown willing to attack the ball. Big carry there by the big man up front there.
Ronald's come into the scrum off position. Oh, and the reserve. What is that, number 22 from Parktown? Siabonga Khaletuke.
Looked like he was fine. I think he's also just probably come on. Maybe just a little bit nervous, trying to do too much of Siabonga. But definitely there. The overlap was on. And it would have been quite interesting to see. It would have been a 2-on-1, and maybe they would have another try opportunity scored by Parktown. But great to see the confidence they have, the ability and willingness to run the ball. It is fantastic.
Looks like Ronald Solani has moved to scrum off for Parktown. He was the man that broke the deadlock just before half time and has really been an exciting runner from the back. Seems like he's moved to number 9 and Cole Rock's moved to fullback.
Well, let's see this scrum. If St. John's Harare can put some pressure towards Parktown. But Parktown with a great counter shot from them. Oh, it's all sorts of confusion here.
Drain gives it off to the fly-off. Strong rider offloads to Essen. Essen offloads in the tackle. Gives it to number 12. He goes to ground.
Do you know what's frustrating for me, Taran, at the moment? It's just St. John's Harare going one-on-one. And I promise you right now, Parktown is willing and they're ready for the defensive effort. They've been putting some great positive hits and they're pinning them back every single time.
And it's broken my heart, Q, that the two most dangerous runners in the St. John's Harare team, Wayne Hunda and Ryan Hunda, have touched the ball maybe twice the whole game.
Yep. And as you're saying, frustration building from this team.
The amount of times we see a ball going from the 8th man to the scrum half to the 12 and then turnover. Or the 10, the fly-off gives it to Essen, the fullback, and then there's a turnover. I'm not trying to be critical for St. John's Harare, but if your weapons are out wide, give the ball to your weapons. Give the big guns the ball.
I couldn't agree with you anymore, Taran. And yet again, St. John's Harare get a penalty. They go for the line. I don't know how wise that move is.
Well, let's see what they're going to do. Are they going to get everybody in the line out? Because I think they're not fooling anybody with the 4-man or the 5-man. So maybe get everybody in. And, I don't know. For me, I would get everybody into the middle pod, turn the prop around and throw it at the prop. Just win the ball.
They have to. They have to just win the ball. I mean, we are cheering them
up
on.
In the front and Parktown steal it.
We are trying to cheer them on, and they've lost possession of the ball yet again. Inside Parktown's 22. They're looking, they might just clear this ball, or they're going to rumble it up front, because Parktown looks like they've got the confidence and they have the belief of running an 80-meter try, Tyron.
Definitely. And now they seem to be picking and going outside their 22, showing their confidence that they're winning the collision at ruck time. So they're happy to keep ball in hand. But as we say that, Hop goes for another cross-field kick. This time it seems way more attacking because the Parktown boys have recovered it. The reserve wingers on the field, they offloads it. And number 22, Siabonga's away. Great pace shown by Siabonga, and with a big dive, he goes over the line, right in front Mr. Monk, who's taken the picks for his school. Great day for Parktown out here, 34-0 up.
Darren, I think as we're saying there, Hop saw the space out wide. Great tactical kicking. As you said, the one thing I'll give credit to Parktown, their kicks have been so tactical in terms of finding the space, kicking, turning back the defenders every single time, and obviously the great kick chase from Rock there and Siabonga, and obviously he finished off with that great try. It is unbelievable when the team's confidence is up, Taran, the wonders and the things that they're able to do. Everything seems to be working towards Parktown, and it's great enterprising rugby to see.
Well, it's amazing. Schoolboys are hugely based on confidence. They're confidence machines. Once their confidence is up, they're able to do the greatest things in the world. When their confidence is down, they sometimes do the silliest things in the world. How many days where, Parktown are 29-0 up, Siabonga dives over the line like that and he scores. But Parktown being 7-5 down last minute and Siabonga dives over like that, he might drop the ball. So it's all about confidence with these schoolboys. As Hops takes the conversion, and this time it's good.
Tyron, I think it's safe to say 36-0 down. It's Mount Kilimanjaro for St. John's. Their body language is down. I feel like they're probably just egging the ref on to probably call this game off. There's about a minute to go on our clock. Let's see what they can do here. Consolation try maybe would be great to see for them.
And what we can say, Q, is that Parktown forward pack has definitely dominated St. John's Harare's forward pack. And as we see the Parktown winger coming back onto the field, that has allowed the Parktown backs to get a lot of possession as your pet hate happens one more time just for you for this game.
As you said, the Taran, I think, and credit goes to the coaching staff of Parktown, Andrew Van Zyl and his team. The forwards provided the platform, as you mentioned to us, and as any schoolboy team or any coach will probably tell you, that's where it all starts. Those guys up front, they do the business for you.
Definitely. I always like to tell my players it's like a 60-40 split. If your forwards do their work, you'll make sure that your backs get 60% ball.
And the great thing about all of that is that the effort becomes a team effort, as you're saying there, and it's shown from all the tries being scored by the backline players, but some of them with few by the forwards. The spoils get shared all around her.
Definitely. And Paul with a throw. Last knock on by St. John's Harare, goes backwards by Parktown. Ref calls it for a knock on. Is it going to be the game? He says one more scrum for the game. One more scrum the referee wants to have.
Here we go here. It is a Parktown scrum. I wonder if they're going to go. They look like they've set up and they're getting excited. All smiles around in that forward pack there, Tyron. So I'm wondering if they're going to go out wide and take it. What are your thoughts?
I think that it's definitely, if you're the coach now, you tell the guys, listen, pull off the move that you've been practicing at practice. Let's give it a go now. Let's see if we can pull it off. We're feeling confident. The game's safe. Let's have a crack. The wingers are up from St. John's Harare, so there isn't as much space as you would hope, but there's definitely enough if you've got a nice plan moved with maybe the blindside winger joining the line here.
Well, here we go. The scrum by Parktown has been so strong and steady every time.
Parktown go open side. Simple hands to the big winger who tries to go through the middle. I think that was Peter Kasonga.
And here we go. Parktown still has the ball, carrying forward. They're busting through the middle there. Hope their forwards are going to stay calm and stay composed in this phase of the ball. +1 going through number
Beautiful
17.
+1 to 17.
Oh.
Unlucky, knocks it on. Loving seeing the Parktown forwards giving that one offload. We're not watching them do any one-off running where the defenders can line you up. Just that one offload always helps everybody.
We still have some time. Parktown decided to tap and go quickly. The forwards are getting physical now, showing their dominance yet again.
Ronald gets it out nice and early. The flanker carries it up, looks for the offload. Good cleaning by Hop. Ronald Talane puts it on the boot.
I think there was a wrong option there.
Definitely the wrong option. Let's see if St. John's Harare can get their hands on this ball. Score any bit of points here. Ref says the ruck's form. No hands now. Nope, they don't want to listen.
Penalty there for Parktown. Hands in the ruck. If I was Parktown there, please now. They're going to look like they tap and go. There we go.
Ronald wants to run it. Ronald wants to run it. And they're running it from inside their 22. Up with the big 18, number 18. Oh, and Hops seems to go and want to kick it out to kill the game off because he's tired. Must be something like that. They're 36-0 up. Although the ref says there's time. I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of time. I know. There we go. The game has been called.
Tyron, that was a great, spectacular game from Parktown. They can be very proud of the effort they put into there. They were fabulous. Their forwards were monumental. Their backline players were explosive. They were fast and they were very clinical. Well done to Parktown. St. John's Harare got a lot of thinking to do, and the defense have let them down today. Back to the drawing board for them, Tyron.
All right. Just saying goodbye to you guys now for now. Well done to Parktown boys and St. John's Harare. Up next we got Affis and Florida boys. Hoërskool. All right. See you soon.